I'ma run the bag. Me and my hitters play tag. If a bitch gets talking shit, me and my bitches gon' drag. What is a fair one? I pull it out, not air one. She wants more, she real dumb. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Marie, and I am back with another TikTok compilation. Today we are going to be exploring the toxic family situations, of TikTok. So without further ado, let's just get into it.
It's rare to see a man who has a toxic mother break free of the bonds, but this father-to-be proves that just because his mom is toxic doesn't mean he's not worth it. Whoever this is who watched that was a hard watch. Number one. Number two, this girl is funny. I can already tell, because she turned around and said, let's analyze this. As soon as the popper said pink, she ran instant. She didn't give a breath for them to hug. She was trying to get to him before the baby mama could. And he didn't give his mom a glance. It's almost as if he knew if he was gonna get to his wife first, he had to run. As soon as it said pink, he said, wife. She ignored that cue of him turning his back to her, and she just kept going. And then he knew, I better run with my wife because my mom is gonna chase me.
Oh my God.
And she chased him in a circle before giving up. Does she have any other sons, or is that her only one? Although he's a good player, he's not tolerating that. That's still his mom. We're gonna need a life update after the baby's born, when the baby turns 1. When you go no contact, let us know.
Right, I need an update.
So my baby daddy filed for paternity in full custody yesterday.
I be hearing so many stories about dudes be talking about, oh, I'm gonna take you to court for custody. I'm gonna take you to court for custody. Like, these dudes really can't handle being a full-time parent. Most of them, like 90% of them, can't handle being a full-time parent because you can't rip and run the streets like you want to. But absolutely nothing to do with her. Did y'all hear about that guy who went to court because he didn't want to pay child support? So he took his baby mama to court for full custody, and he won full custody of their child. And then he got on TikTok complaining because his baby mama wasn't answering the phone and wouldn't get their son. You wanted full custody.
You wanted full custody.
Just let her live her best life. Maybe you need to pick better women.
Pick them better. Oh my God.
Did y'all see the story about the lady up here who was 39 and she didn't find out till she was 38 why the fuck she was in foster care? Girl, so apparently this girl, she been in foster care all her life. She's 39 now, so all her life she been in foster care since she was a little babe. And she always wondered why the fuck she was in foster care. Her foster parents told her she was in foster care because one night, way back when, somewhere in Chicago, she was found at a grocery store parking lot. Her sister was found in a grocery store parking lot just wandering around like 10, 11 o'clock at night. So obviously when the police came and obviously said their parents was neglectful and came and took them kids, and they've been in foster care ever since. And that's the story that she always had. Come to find out, the real story is she ended up, so when she was 18, she met up with her dad. And then when she met up with her dad, she met up with her biological aunt too. So they got like a little relationship, whatever. So the dad, she asked her dad, like, what's going on? Her dad kind of had like a similar story because he really didn't know what the fuck was going on. He really didn't know what happened. He didn't know. So she asked the aunt. So the aunt, and this is her daddy's sister, so the aunt had tea, okay? The aunt been holding on to some motherfucking water all these years. So she waited till her aunt got real intoxicated. I'm talking about real, she waited till her aunt was real intoxicated or whatever, and she asked her, okay, what happened with me and my sister? Like, why did we end up in foster care back when we was little? Because she was only 10 months old and her sister was like a little bit older than that. So obviously at 10 months old, she don't know what the fuck going on. So what had happened was, when her and her sister was staying with their mama, when they was living with their mama was real neglectful. Their daddy came over to see them one time, and the 10-month-old baby had a burn, like a 3rd-degree burn on her arm. And then her sister, they both was just real dirty, real nasty. Their mom was not cleaning them, but she just wasn't taking care of them as a mother should take care of her kids. So obviously When the police came and seen that, the police came and said, okay, these kids got to go with their daddy. They gonna have to give it a shot with their daddy because their mama is just on bullshit. So boom, they go live with their daddy. Now when they go, literally, they was with their dad for like the shortest amount of fucking time. They was with them for just a little bit. So they sleeping or whatever, and they pack and play. Her sleep and they motherfucking pack play. They dad get a motherfucking knock on the door like, okay, why was your daughter walking around the grocery store parking lot at 10, 11 o'clock at night? He like, I don't see how the fuck they was walking around the grocery store parking lot at 10 o'clock at night when they right here at the pack and play. But I guess the police didn't believe him, or they just didn't go off his story, or whatever the fucking case, because they came and took the motherfucking kids and put them in foster care. Now come to find out, see, this was the sister, the auntie, she had all the motherfucking tea. So the auntie came through with all the tea, and she like, okay, well, the reason that the police came over to your house and took the kids and put them in foster care is because they bitch ass mama could not stand the fact that she did not have them kids anymore. She could not stand the fact that the father was a better caretaker for her kids, and she didn't want him to have them either. So she called the motherfucking police, and she said that baby was out there wandering the street, and that's why the fuck she been in foster care all her motherfucking life. She could have been living with her motherfucking daddy. Instead, she over here living with strangers because they mama is motherfucking salty and motherfucking bitter. And she wasn't even a good fucking mom. You weren't even a good mom. You weren't even a good fucking mom.
Okay.
Okay. Story time on how I found out my sister really did not like me. And it came as such a surprise. Like, if anybody had said that she would have did.
See, I don't know. I really don't know how y'all be out here beefing with your sisters. Like, I am literally the only girl, okay? Between both of my parents, okay, their other kids are all boys, so like I have no sisters. I've always wanted a sister. Like, oh my god, she would have been my best friend. Like, I don't know how y'all be out here arguing with your sisters. I don't know. Do you argue with your sister, or is your sister your best friend? Comment down below. Let me know. Let me know.
Shit that she did, I probably would have like argued them down, because I really thought me and her was like that. But anyways, so November of last year, I called her and I let her know that I was going to start a business. And I ran down my business plan to her, and she was telling me how good it sounded and so on and so forth. So since I was starting an LLC, I was under the impression that you had to have the primary address of your business in the same state that the business is going to be in. I lived in Georgia. The business is going to be in Florida. My sister's in Florida. So I asked her, hey, can I use your address as the primary address? And she said, yeah, that's cool. She gave me the address, right? So that's November. In December, I called her and I let her know I did, in fact, start the business. And I used the address that she gave me. And she was like, okay, cool. I'm so proud of you. You're going to be the first millionaire in the family. Like, this is boss status. Like, you really doing your big one. And I'm like, you feel me? Like, oh, my sister proud of me. So I know, I'm on the right track, right? Anyways, so that's December. That's the first week of December is when I started the business. That's when I told her I started it and everything. And I said, hey, you need to make sure that you're checking the mailbox because you should be receiving some documents about the LLC. And she was like, okay, all right, cool. So the second week, I was able to open up a bank account. I'll call her again. I say, hey, I opened up the bank account. You should receive documents pertaining to the bank account and the bank card and everything to your address. And she was like, okay, cool. So when I talked to her on Christmas, she was like, babes, I still haven't received anything and it's kind of weird. And I was like, okay, well, I just called them after Christmas or after New Year's if you still haven't received it, and I have them resend the stuff again. That's cool. And at that time, I verified the address that she had gave me, and she said, yes, it's the right address. Okay, so January rolls around. She still hasn't received the documents. So I verified the address with her again. And then I called both the bank and the company that helped me start the business, and I had them resend the documents to that address. Okay, so February, the first week of February, I'm talking to her, and she's like, I still haven't received anything. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. So I sent her a screenshot of the address that I use, and I asked her to confirm that this is the right address. And she was like, yeah, that's the right address. I'll go to part 2.
Really? All that for part 2?
Till the morrow, chums! Ooh. Yeah, I'm home.
Daddy!
Hey.
How was school?
It ain't school for Daddy, sweetheart. It's work. Soul-sucking, grueling work.
Then why don't you quit?
Always with the quitting this one. I can't do that, Doreen! The police department needs someone inside the school!
So why's it gotta be you?
Look at me, Dee Dee. I'm the only 36-year-old who can pass for 10!
Wow. Didn't see that coming.
What is the craziest way you guys found out that somebody was cheating on you?
So I found my husband's phone in a sock drawer with a text message from the girl he was cheating on me with, complete with the heart emoji in her contact name. Snatched the phone out of my hand, stormed into the bathroom for a solid 2 seconds, came out and handed me his phone. What I didn't realize at the time that was his second phone. He left on a trip, left his email open on his computer. Didn't even go looking at first. Cleaning out the office, suddenly hear ding, ding, ding. Go to check the email, and it's him Ubering from where he's supposed to be to a different city. Check the trash email, and discover all the receipts from his affair. We then found her on social media and then proceeded to watch the entire trip unfold. Needless to say, when he returned home, I handed him divorce papers, and then went off, traveled the world, and wrote a book about it. Since then, it's become a bestseller, and I've heard from numerous other women.
Wow. Wow. Well, you know what? Beyonce did say it better. Always be gracious. Best revenge is your paper.
Baby daddy told me the reason he's not being a father to our daughter is because of the TikToks I've been posting about him. In order to see if this was true or not, I took an entire month off of TikTok and didn't post one video about him. And for that entire month, you still were not being a father. Since my baby daddy keeps telling me his little sister has been viewing my TikTok, it's kind of like when Kendrick Lamar said, "I'm sorry that man is your father." Oh, baby girl, I'm sorry that man is your brother. If there's one thing I could tell you is that we don't get to pick and choose who our family members are. Just because they're your family doesn't mean that everything they do is always going to be right. As you get older, you'll start to see things for yourself, but your brother's actions will never determine the relationship that you're going to be able to have with your niece. That's my daughter. Now back to the things my baby daddy told me over the last month that I haven't been posting. He told me that all I call for is money, but every time I call him, he never picks up the phone. So how would you know what I'm calling you for? He also texted my mom and told my mom to tell me to stop letting another man be more of a father to our daughter than I'm letting him be a father to our daughter. Truth be told, and sometimes the truth hurts, is that he is more of a father to our daughter because you're not a father to our daughter at all. See, I don't have to let you be a father. You need to just be a father if you want to be a father, but I'm not going to beg you to be a father to our daughter. And if another man wants to step up and be a father figure to our daughter, I'm not going to stop him.
Sis roasted the jello out of him. Just period.
Let's get into it. Here's another episode of the BS we see on TikTok. Full disclaimer, spot number 3 is for 18 and older. If you are not 18, you better keep scrolling. Now, if you are not 18 and you are still watching, TikTok is going to show me, and then I'm going to tell your mama. Okay, so this man calls into the radio station because he needed to tell his story. He said, so my uncle passed away, and I was in charge of cleaning out the apartment. My mom and dad, they lived out of town, and they wouldn't have time to help me clean it when they came in for the funeral. So as he's cleaning, he finds these DVDs, and they are titled adult videos. They don't say adult videos, they say the actual word for adult videos. So he takes them home. He said, I thought me and my girl would get a good laugh out of it. You're lying. You wanted it to spark up Mr. Nasty Time. So he takes them home. He starts watching them, and he notices that it's his uncle busting it down with multiple women. And one of those women happened to be his mom. He said, I don't know what to do now. Do I confront my mom and tell her I know about the videos, or do I tell my dad?
Yo! Brother, wait a minute. The mom was busting it down with her own brother? Or was she busting it down with her husband's brother? Like, his mom was at the freak Neeks, okay? Freak a lake, okay?
Dad, fill him in what's going on, or do I take this to the grave with me? Honestly, sir, you should have left them damn videos where you found them, because
as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Number 2 goes to this.
If you are a white person named LaShawn, please let me know. I just want to know if it exists.
I've been summoned. Hi. LaShawn. Named after my daddy's mistress.
Oh, So you know darn well it's story time. She said, so back in the day when my parents were married, my dad had this friend, you know, kind of like a work wife. And my mom didn't think anything of it. She wasn't the jealous type. So her parents get pregnant, have her. And her dad insisted that her name be LaShawn. And mom was like, hell no, you got me messed up. But it could be her middle name. Now flash forward. Her parents are divorced, her dad's remarried, and she is now a young adult. Now she's sitting talking to her stepmom when she brings up the fact that she's having troubles with her boyfriend because she thinks he is cheating. As she's telling stepmom the situation, stepmom tells her, oh, that story sounds familiar. It kind of sounds like how your dad cheated on your mom. Stepmom said your dad was writing love letters to another woman. Your mom found them, and that's what started the divorce. After that conversation, she starts putting two and two together and realizes the mistress's name is the same as her name. First of all, your dad is real bold. Second of all, I'm still trying to wrap my head around your stepmom outing your dad because...
Right. Yo, that stepmom must not like her dad. Like, the stepmom do not like her own husband. She must hate this man because why would you... What? First of all, why would you name your child after your mistress? That is so... He need to go sit down in a corner somewhere for that one.
It is messy.
Very.
Spot number one was just trying to be nice and take her baby's pappy out to dinner for his birthday.
Okay, first of all, that's where you first up. Why are you taking your baby father out to dinner for goddamn anything? Why are you taking him out for anything? Stupid. Anyway, just go on.
And when she got home, she is the one that ended up with a surprise. Go out to eat. When they come back, she sees that some girl that he is messing with vandalized her yard.
And that's exactly what your ass get for taking him out to dinner in the first place.
This girl had wrote all over her mailbox his car that was parked in the front. Ugh, I hate when I forget what I'm about to say. Start over. Garage, her neighbor's mailbox. This girl, damn, was just writing all over the neighborhood. And he just starts acting oblivious. I don't know. She says, to the woman that did this.
We haven't been together in almost a year. I didn't put him out of my house due to disrespect, disloyalty, just numerous things that I could not deal with anymore. At the end of the day, baby girl, you came to my house. You should have went to his mama house because he don't live with me.
Let's not forget, this woman wrote.
Okay, so you put him out or whatever and y'all not together. Y'all, all of that you said, but yet you're taking him out on his birthday. Okay. All right. Well, if it makes sense to you, but yeah.
Love snow all over the place, at her house, at the neighbor's house. So the next morning, she goes over to the neighbors to try to fill them in and apologize for everything when she sees this. Miss Snow left this at the neighbor's house. I'm sorry, is that twins? Oh, hell no. You better call Snow because y'all about to be co-parenting.
Oh my God.
So you're telling me Gypsy Rose Blanchard goes through one of the most traumatic childhoods that anyone could go through. I'm not holding her responsible for that. That, bless her heart. But then Sweet Pea finds a man to murder her mother, goes to prison, finds another man in prison, gets married, gets out of prison, is still with that man, then gets divorced, then finds another man, and now she's having a baby? Meanwhile, I'm getting ghosted the moment I say, hey, I think maybe we should talk about what boundaries look like for each other.
That's messed up.
Bad bitch, ass fat, 40-inch hair, yours came in a pack. Camel so fat, you can see it from the back. Go bad bitch, 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 go bad bitch.
All right.
It's rare to see
okay. And on that note, I think we're gonna leave it. Okay. And on that note, I think we're gonna leave that. We're gonna end this right here. That was too much for me. Oh, anyway, guys, if y'all like the video, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe so I can drop more videos for you like this. Yeah, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.